everybody. I'm really excited to bring you the latest and greatest of the Dr. Finn's Games BYOP series, which is Bring Your Own Pencil. It is essentially that print and play version of all of the great classics of Dr. Steve Finn. So this is the Little Flower Shop Duel for 2 players. You print these 3 sheets of paper and you are ready to go. So I've got these right here on my table, and what I'm going to do is walk you through how to play the game by just playing it with you. So after you print out your sheets of paper, players are going to secretly mark in these 3 columns, 1 in one column and 2 in another. So when it's secret, you essentially are folding back this sheet halfway and you're kind of keeping it from your opponent so that they can't tell what you've marked. And then over here, Lewis has marked 1 of the orange flowers and then 2 of the pink flowers. So we did that secretly. You're also going to put in between you a warehouse, and this warehouse is going to have 8 shelves, and each of the 8 shelves has 4 items. There are vases, there are knickknacks, there are flowers, there's so many wonderful things here. And players are going to alternate taking these items, and they're also going to alternate selecting shelves to take from. So that means there are 8 rounds in this game. Players are going to take these items and they're going to mark them off on their board, and then we'll score at the end. So the way to get things started is pretty cool. You are going to have one opponent state a number 0 to 4. And then the other opponent is going to state a number 1 to 4. And they just say it at the same time, and whatever that number is the shelf in which you start. So I'm going to yell out 2. Lewis is going to yell out 4. That means we're going to go to 6 first. So I'm going to circle shelf 6. That's the shelf we're vying for. Now the other thing is that I think it's the youngest player gets to start. We always do a random roll. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab this die. This is my dice tower die. And I'm going to roll. So here's my roll first. I got a 4. Lewis? We got a 5. So he's going to start. That's fun, right? So what Lewis is going to do is he's going to look at the shelf and he's going to say, do I want that little knickknack that gives me a bonus in my orange, which he likes those orange flowers he wants to score? Do I want to get a vase of my choice? Do I want to grab 2 purple flowers? Or do I want to grab 1 orange flower with a bonus of a tulip? Okay, a lot of really good choices here. Getting flowers is super helpful because you want to finish vases with flowers inside of them. Now when you see this little circle up here, that means you get to mark off 1 of these. And these flowers multiply against the flowers that you get out here. So it's nice to get a little bit of each of the flowers, which makes this pretty tempting. Now the cool thing about these knickknacks, you've got a teddy bear, a candle, a teapot, and this pretty crocheted frame. It's essentially a 3, 6, 10, 15 scoring scale. So if you get 1 of those, it's 3, 2 of them, it's 6, 3, 10, and then all 4 of them, you get 15 points. So grabbing up those knickknacks, really, really helpful. And I think you'll probably see here, there's not multiples of everything. So you have to be really careful about what you select and how you focus. So let's say, Lewis is going to say here, I would like to take, I think he wants to take this flower over here. So what he'll do is he'll come over here and say, do I want to mark off the flowers in this vase, or this vase? He doesn't know if he's going to get a matching vase that's the blue, yellow, or the copper vase. But he does want to get a nice multiplier. I'm going to say he is going to do this guy. So he's going to circle that flower up there, and that essentially checks off 1 of those little star spots. He also gets to have a tulip over here, which makes his tulip multiplier really good. That was a good move for him. Now, what am I going to do? Because you go first player, second player, you get to do it again, and then I get the remaining thing on the shelf. So I'm looking over here saying I would really like to get some of those flowers, and I feel like Lewis is going to nab up all the flowers. So I'm going to take these 2 flowers here, and I want to go, whee! So that vase is all but done and will score if I can get a check mark on a yellow vase, which is not that one, it's this one up here. So maybe, check this out, I'll show you what I do next. I get to pick the shelf that I want because I'm going to be going first next turn, which is really cool. So Lewis is going to go again. Does he want the knickknack or does he want the vase? Well, he can pick any vase he wants, and he definitely wants this vase. I don't know. I think he still sees that there's an opportunity to get this vase down here, and a wild isn't necessarily the best thing. So he wants that extra little orange flower. So he's going to take the love knickknack, and he's also going to get this flower up here in his multiplier area. Okay, that leaves me with any vase of my choice. Well, I really want this vase because that's the vase that's going to score me points now. For every flower that's in a completed vase that's marked, yes, that's very good. You want to make these complete collections of things. So that means that we are done with the very first round. Now the last player in turn order is going to pick the next shelf and select the first item that they want. Well, what am I looking for? That's good. And it could maybe get me the matching, ooh, that's good. Let's go to 7. So I want to take these flowers over here. I want to mark, yay, essentially yet another yellow vase that has 2 in it. And I'm hoping he doesn't want this vase. Well, little do I know that's exactly what he wants. He's going to mark through it and say, thank you so much for picking that shelf and giving me exactly what I want. I'm sitting over here with my folder pulled up, grumbling, groaning, moaning. What am I doing? I'm grumpy, right? I could definitely start working on those tulips, and it seems like he doesn't want any tulips. So I'm going to start this vase. I'd love to put some tulips in it, otherwise it's not really going to give me any points. And then lastly, he's going to pick one of these purple flowers. I think he probably doesn't want to get too greedy with the flowers, but I think he just wants to take that one flower. Okay, he just needs to get that one copper vase to fit, and hopefully it'll work. But don't forget that bonus tulip that he's got. He's really got to get some tulips now if he wants to multiply that. Oh boy. All right, that was the end of that round. He now gets to pick. Which shelf does he want, and where does he want to start grabbing stuff? He wants that copper, and he thinks that there's a bunch of really cute little flowers in there. Yeah. Let's do that. He's going to grab this shelf right here, and he's going to say, I want to finish that purple vase. That's really, really good for me. Meanwhile, I'm looking over here at this opportunity to get a teacup and a flower. So I'm going to take that flower and put it in. Probably, boy, the likelihood of me getting that one and that one, but if I go next, I can maybe do it. Nope, I'm going to go next. I'm going to push. So I essentially I've gotten one of those flowers, but then I also get to put an X in that teacup. That is going to give me 3 points. And of course, if I get more, it's going to add to that, and I really, really like that. Fantastic. All right, let's see here. That was me. Lewis, does he want a purple flower or does he want that orangey flower with a tulip bonus? I think he wants the tulip bonus. He's being incredibly greedy with that, but I think he doesn't want his eyes to get too big. He wants just the single one, and then he wants to get that tulip. He's gotten every single tulip bonus. He's got 5 spaces times the amount of flowers of tulips that he gets inside here with a vase. It's really good. And he leaves me with the one purple flower. Dang, do I want that? There's a couple of those left, but not that one. I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to take a chance on a big flower pot. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to get it, but it is my turn to go first, and I want to guarantee this. I want to guarantee getting that orange flower. And I want to put an X right through that and go 1, 2, and that means I've got all of these flowers, and I just need to get that vase covered, which is up here or down here. So I'm thinking I have a really strong chance of finishing those not tulips, but the lilies. Okay? So that was me. He wants to get another one of those flowers, but I just took it. He also needs to get some tulips. Didn't I mention that? I think he wants to get this tulip right here. So he's going to take one tulip. Where is another opportunity? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's give him this one. He's going to try to get more. And then he also gets to multiply because he already has one. That's really good. He's going to get those purple flowers. Back to me. I definitely want that yellow vase. Come to me. Now I've got a beautiful vase with 2. I've got a vase with 2 purples, and now I've got a vase with 3. Lewis is going to take that candle. He's now got love and candle for a total of 6 points. Brilliant. Okay, so that was the end. He took that one. Lewis gets to pick. What does he need? He needs a copper vase. He needs a tulip vase. Boy, he could go there and maybe get both of them if he's lucky. If I don't take them, let's have him go there. I'm going to have him take this vase. He really wants this one. He's already got some progress, right? I don't want that, do I? Okay, so I'm going to go there. He's going to mark through that. Back to me. I want these 2 purples. Look at that. 1, 2. Now all I need to do is finish that vase. And he still gets his copper. He's going to cross this through. And now he's got some vases that he's finishing, and it's looking really good, which leaves me with 1 tulip, which I add here. Yay! And then I also get to mark another orange lily right there. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds down. We have 3 more to go, and then we will score up. So it is to me to start. And I am really looking to get those bowls. I need the big blue, and I need the big blue. Boy, that gives him like a way to pick whichever one he wants. This gives me what I want. I want that shelf. And I definitely need to score this vase. I have to fill that up. Otherwise, boy, it's going to be really rough. He, on the other hand, doesn't have any of those purple flowers, so that vase is not pressing for him. He does maybe want a purple flower. He probably wants those stinking tulips. He's going to take those tulips from me. Why did I pick this shelf? He didn't even want the blue. I didn't know that. That's the cool thing about this, is you don't know what the other person is going for. He finished that one, and now he wants to finish this. Do I have anything that needs purple? I can't really do that vase. But if you take an item that you have already completed, you take a comparable item. So I would then be able to cross off a yellow vase if I took that purple vase. And same thing goes for knickknacks. Yes, it's really cool. So let's see here. What am I doing? Purple and a tiger lily. I want this one. I want a purple flower. And I want that little tiger lily right there. So that means Lewis gets this whether he wants it or not. And that was me. So Lewis is going to... Wait, he took that one. So yeah, he gets to go first. Next, does he want this? Does he want this? Yes. Teddy bear, perhaps. Double tulip. He doesn't want that. But he wants... he can take the comparable copper vase. Oh, but he wants the tulip vase. He wants the tulip vase. He's going to go up here to 1, and he's going to take that tulip vase right there. Boy, he's got almost the entire top shelf. So now what am I looking for? I want a tulip. I need 2 tulips. Hopefully I can get this down here because I get to start next turn. Come on. You all saw this well before I did. I gotta get that vase down there. Now up here, he is really wanting to get another knickknack. And he probably wants to take the teacup because down here, if he can get that teddy bear, that would be really good. And so it comes back to me for 1 tulip. Because I know I'm probably going to get this, I'm going to try to just hope I get that flower. We'll see. And then I get that purple mark up here. Brilliant. Okay, let's see here. That was it. my start. Yeah, I'm taking these. I want to finish that one. Here, he doesn't need that, but he does want that. Oh, he doesn't need the copper pot. He wants the teddy bear. That is a full 15 points for him. He's got all the knickknacks. And he also got a cross through in that. And now I'm looking for this right here. And then he gets a blue vase of his choice, but really for him, it doesn't matter. Okay, now that is the end of our play. We are going to score up now. So the first thing I'm going to do is count up the amount of flowers I have in marked vases and put that underneath that X in the symbol of the color. So I have 1, 2, 3 in purple. There are in vases that are circled 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to put the 6 right here. And then I'm going to do the same thing for my lilies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And got my tulips. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not good because you then multiply them times the number here. So 2 times 6 is 12. 4 times 5 is 20. 0 times 4 is 0. Whoopsie. I needed to get 1 tulip over there and I just couldn't get the tulip and I lost all those points. So what I'm going to do now is score up the highest number of the collection of knickknacks. I got 1 teacup. 3 points. Whoopsie. And then the last thing you do is you count every flower that's in a completed vase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So my score here is 12 and 20 is 32, 35, 50 points for Kim's. All right. Let's see how Lewis did. He's got 1 in purple. Put that 1 there. He's got 1 that isn't a marked vase. 2 for his tiger lilies. And he's got 2, 3 in his tulips. So that is 2, that is 4, and his last one is 15. He got all of those points here. Now looking at completed vases, we are only going to count this one, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so he's got 6, that's 21, 36, 41, is that right? All right, so 39, 41. There you go. You can see how you can get a lot of points in that knick-knack collection of the 3, 6, 10, 15. You also see how important it is to have multipliers for the flowers that you collect in completed vases. Completing vases is really important. Getting the flowers. This game is uber replayable, and I think it's super dynamic. The first thing I really like about it is that players alternate choosing on the shelf. First player gets first pick, second player gets second, first player gets to go again, and the second player gets the last thing, but then they get to pick the very next shelf and take the first item. And I think that's where the strategy comes in. What am I taking here, but what am I also going to take elsewhere? There are just enough things here to create a lot of different avenues to a win, and I just think it's really lovely. It's just such a dynamic, fun, short game for exactly 2 people, and I think it works incredibly well. And I really felt like the butterfly garden was, for the dual version, was really cool. Like, that just kind of blew me away, and I have to say the Little Flower Shop Duel has done a very similar thing. So thanks for checking out how to play the Little Flower Shop Duel BYOP with the Dr. Finn's games. All right, everybody, I will see you later.